Gents, gents, we are back with another edition of TSG Uncut Live. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank everybody for supporting this channel. I just finished listening to some stuff. I can't wait to share it with y'all, but I want to start off tonight's live stream with a video. All right. As you can see what it says on the screen. Philly men are afraid to talk to women. And I think this kind of goes in with the topic that we're talking about tonight, okay? Because obviously the title is Bricklady Proves Why Men Can't Trust Modern Women. We're going to get into that, okay? we're going to get into all that. But I decided I wanted to start off with this. I had this clip. Before I knew what tonight's topic was, I had this clip. And I had intended to use it for another video, but I think this video right here is a perfect segue. Because they like to say we afraid, right? They like to say that we afraid to talk to women. Yo, always looking for a reason to shame, insult, guilt us, and then need to be right afterwards, right? So we're gonna listen to this video right here. This video right here, I want you to hear what some of these women say, okay? And I'm not gonna sit here and say it's bad or doom and gloom, but I think it's important to listen to why women ain't being approached up in Philly. Shout out to anybody in Philly. If you live out there, why don't you drop something in the comments? Let me know that you listening from Philly, that you watching from Philly, and I would love to shout you out, okay? Let's get started with this. As per usual, do me a favor, hit that like button so we can get more people to know that this live stream is going on. Additionally, put a 1 in the chat when I play this to say that you can hear it. So I know that y'all know, okay? King, I already see you. King, I already know. I lived out in New York. There's a different type of women out there too, but we'll get into all that tonight. All right, let's get started.
But the last time I got approached in public, oh my gosh, this is actually sad. I'm embarrassed. Wait. Cut the cameras. No.
When is the last time you've seen a man approach a woman in person?
Thanks, King.
Maybe that's the problem.
That's definitely another problem. Men are very easily intimidated by that. Like, they want to be chased, but then they don't. I don't think that they know what they really want.
Do you have any issues approaching men on the street yourself as a woman?
No, not at all.
When's the last time you've done that?
Oh, I'm loyal to my situationship, so.
Situationship, you heard that?
Why do you think men have trouble approaching women in person?
They're scared.
What do you think they're afraid?
Wow, we're scared.
Women.
When is the last time a man approached you in person?
Probably. I can't remember.
All right, shout out to this brother right here, Shoot Your Shot in Philly, with Max McGee. Shout out to him and his channel, whatever he's doing out there. Shout out to that brother. Listen, you know what? Let's just get to the intro. Let us get to the intro. What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Sean C. Again, if you're new to the channel, we do this every Wednesday night where I come and talk with the gents. And that's you if you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel and get this and so much more. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, right? Which I have to erase this down here below. But for less than the price of a cup of coffee, you can become a member of this channel and get exclusive access to videos that no one else will see. Or you'll get early access to a video if I decide to put it out later, all right? Recently, I just put out a video. Halloween just passed. The end of cuffing season just left. And I just put out a video. I went downtown and took out my phone, filmed some stuff. And so if you're a member of this channel, you will get to see that video. So thank you to all my members. Thank you for all those who support regularly with the channel. Thank you all for who continue to watch, all right? As much as YouTube try to hold a brother down, I am grateful for the chance. So give yourselves a hand, all right? So as y'all can see, I've moved the camera around, got the setup a little different. Hopefully this works out a little bit better, okay? But tonight, gents, tonight, Rhoda Osmond. Now, you all may have watched some other channels that talked about this. I didn't get a chance to talk about it. I don't even know if I downloaded some video clips, but I didn't know if I was going to talk about it. And then I was reminded of something, gents. Let me tell y'all what I was reminded of. I was reminded that I made a video on Rhoda Osmond, aka the Brick Lady. All right, I made a video about that on this channel in my old studio. And so tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I said, what happened. I'm going to show you my old video, parts of it, not the whole thing. Go ahead and watch that, okay? But we're going to watch part of the old video, just the beginning, so we can get a little feel for what happened. What kind of lady is this Rhoda Osmond woman? What has happened to her recently? And that's not all. We're also going to look at some other examples of why men can't trust women. I didn't say nothing about approaching women. I just said why men can't trust women. See, we're going to get into that tonight. See, part of the reason that men aren't approaching women is not because they're scared to approach women. Maybe some men are, okay? Let's not go there. Some men are. But I'm going to tell you, if you ain't worried about, like, you ain't doing nothing, it ain't that you are scared to approach a woman. You just don't want to. You don't want to deal with what comes with dealing with some of these women. Pardon me. I'll get to this in a little bit. But it's not even about being scared anymore. It's like a lot of men just don't want to deal with the drama, don't want to deal with the headaches, don't want to deal with these women who they say we don't know what we want, okay? But let me put this on. Look at this right here. How did I know to click on that spot? I had no clue, gents. No clue at all. Right there. Right in there, she's saying they don't know what they really want. If you didn't, that's where she at. Okay? This young lady right here, it used to be where I could point like there, but now we're in a different angle. Sorry about that. I got to get used to the angle, so y'all got to work with her, brother. But this young lady right here said that we don't know what we really want. Well, we know that's a lie, okay? And if you don't believe me, go watch my old videos. I prove it almost every video that women don't know what they want, all right? But before we really get into tonight's subject, again, I can't do this without the gents. So I want to give a shout out to you all. I want to see who's in the chat tonight, and then we'll get further into tonight's topic. All right? I need one moment. I gotta erase. I gotta erase the sponsors portion. There we go. I got to erase the sponsors portion. Another thing that we do is if you want to help out the channel, you can become a sponsor for any amount. A $2 holler is fine. I'm not really going to beg or ask. It's just everything helps the channel. Everything helps to continue to make these videos. Everything helps to keep this thing going, this operation going. All right. But a sponsor to the channel will get priority messaging. We'll get priority responses to your comments, okay? So, and it helps, okay? So thank you very much. Let's see who we got up in here tonight. I'm going to go up to the top. Preston, he says, your brother, homie, Sean C, TSG, Uncut City Peeps. And the Uncut City Peeps. I missed that. Sorry about that. Shout out to you, Preston. Thank you very much. I looked up here where the old camera was. Thank you, Preston, for being here. We on Brick Girl again. The irony is too funny. Yeah, I already told y'all why we doing it. What did you expect? You go around slapping men, skit or not, and you weep what you sow. Yep. Shout out to Kings and Dreams. Shout out to my boy right here, my brother over at K&D over there. Make sure y'all go over to his channel and support. Help another brother out. Rick, shout out to you, brother. He said brick by brick. That's right. Cardell, man, shout out to you, Cardell. Thank you for being here. He said, let's get started. Absolutely, man. Our boss, shout out to you, too. He says, salute, chat, and gents, checking in. Great to have you here, as always. Thank you very much, our boss. Appreciate you. President says, men aren't afraid to talk to anyone. They're just downright tired of being sick with it, tired of being disrespected and treated like trash by people who are trash. I hear you, Preston. King, shout out to you, my brother. He said, if you've never been to Philly, those broads are a different breed. They are downright insulting to date, relationships, and the possibility of having a normal family. Listen, I saw your comment earlier, King, and let me tell you something. Now, I've never had the pleasure of, per se, dating a Philly girl, but I've definitely run across some Philly girls when I lived out in New York, okay? And so never dated them seriously, but I have talked to them. I have pursued, right? And them and New York girls, depending on like where they from in New York or how they was raised, different ass breed of women. I mean, listen, dating women from the Northeast isn't for the faint of heart. Them women go through winters, okay? It's cold out there, okay? Anybody, when they talk about being colder than a witch's titty, them women live that, okay? That's what happens out there. And they hard. I'm serious. They're just hard ass women. So they like us Southern boys, though. I don't know what that is about, but all right, just hit the like button. Make sure you guys hit the like button too. Help get this pushed out, right? Danim. All right, I'm gonna say do, okay? Don. Afraid? Not at all. Not waiting to be bothered badly is more like, yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Preston says, we don't approach you anymore is because you literally told men to leave you alone and don't approach you. Yeah, no, that's what women said. But here's the thing, Preston, as we've talked about many times, it's not that they don't want to be approached. They just want to be approached by a specific guy. And the guy has got to meet the long laundry list of things to be, okay? It's just a lot he got to do, all right? All right. Nah, B, we ain't intimidated. We are smarter, wiser now, and choosing our own peace of mind. That is absolutely true, our boss. Absolutely true. Wakanda forever. I decided to do this instead of my normal chain. I decided to, instead of putting it on the, I didn't want to do a black background because it's already dark. So I wore a lighter shirt and decided to wear this, all right? All right. The Violator. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for being here. If you look at Brick Lady, she looked like a demon. I mean, is he wrong? Where them swords at? Oh yeah, the swords now are. I moved. You know that, right? I moved like a long time ago, 8 months ago or something like that, right? And the swords, as soon as you walk into the house, I have a entrance table, and the swords are on an entrance table, and I have like a Japanese looking plant next to it and everything like that. So yeah, man, your boy did it up. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna have a place, you know, and you're gonna do something with it, make it look nice, man. And the swords, and it also is very easy for me to grab that sword if somebody in the door and I could, you know, Gensu knife their ass. You know what I'm saying? In 2025, there is nobody worth chasing because I find a better comfort in my house watching YouTube. Shout out to you, our boss. Yeah. Rhoda, Brickta, she's a crook. Yes, she is. We're going to talk about that a little bit, man. Which is a weakness. What's that? Which was that? A weakness? That she's a demon? Tila Moore, man, shout out to you. Shout out to you, brother. Bruce, him too. I do not watch to catch a case by just saying hello. Oh, I do not want to catch a case by saying hello. You know what? We're going to talk about some of that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to say something, man. I told y'all, don't be afraid to scratch your claws. I don't ever worry about catching a case. Obviously, I got a girl, but I'm saying when I was single, like I never worried about catching a case because I was never going to put myself in such a compromising situation that I was going to be worried about that I didn't have a story, or that my word or my version of what happened don't back up. You know what I mean? I'm serious with that, right? So, that's why you meet people in public places so people can see your demeanor and all that, and they can see her demeanor and whatever. If anything, these people told men to leave them alone, don't approach them, and then get mad that we finally listen. Absolutely. Women are evil. Just control your lust. You know what? I agree with the control of your lust. And yes, some women are very evil. We're going to talk about that tonight. The violator. We're going to get to that. All right? I like eating Whoppers. Yeah. I miss Burger King. They're awesome. Oh, man, y'all talk about food, man. I won't sit back and rap like these dumbass kids. I've been around. I put it down. I ain't these young ass kids. Yeah, nah, man. That's it, man. And I always talk about that on channel, right? Exactly. One of the biggest problems right now is simping. Simping is one of the biggest issues. You a trick. I don't know if you talk about me, but I can tell. You got the wrong dude then, bro. Ain't me. She went from brick lady to concrete evidence. What are you talking about, dude? Who are you talking to? That's cool too, brother homie. Men need peace. Absolutely. That's true too, brother homie. All right. Break into Sean's house if you want to. He going to turn Ninjas 101 on you. Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to Adam, man. Succubus. You ain't lying. Ghetto sushi TSG style. Nice. 17th and 0. What's happening, fam? Wow. What's going on, baby? What's happening? Got another New Orleans brother in the house. I like it. He said, I feel you, bro. I love staying at home watching tube more to do than anything else. That, cooking, and video games. Not too much out there. Man, listen, I'm going to tell you something. Whenever I want to save money, I buy a video game. You spend the money to buy video games, but all the time you stay up in the house playing it, you save yourself a bunch of money. You know what I mean? Dudon says, I just glanced at this chick in my building and she made a royal scene. I looked because she looked dangerous. She said she was going to report me. I told her to report to hell. You know what? Hey, y'all seen my story. I told y'all, man, I was minding my own business trying to get into the apartment, and I had one of these old dyke ass girls, these studs, try to talk to me like I was her kid. And you know what? When she said she was a ninja, I walked off. At that point, like, you can't talk to somebody who say the reason why they did what they did is because they're a ninja. At that point, I was like, you know what? There ain't no talking, there ain't no reasoning with somebody. There ain't no reasoning with a woman who call herself that, bro. Seriously, that's something I expect a dude to say. Pardon me. All right. Devin, man, what's going on, bro? How you been? Devin, where you been at, bro? He said, I'm sorry, bro. I'm just mad. I get it, man. I get it. Listen, I don't want y'all to be mad. There's no reason to be mad. Just like you said, you talked about your peace of mind. There's no reason to be angry, man. If you doing what you're supposed to be doing, oh, damn it. Why didn't I cut that off? If you as a man, not talking about you, I'm talking about all of us collectively. If we doing what we supposed to be doing, there ain't no reason to be mad. That's why I said, don't be mad at these women. Y'all should be, listen, at this point, we should just be laughing about this. And that's why I put the clips in the video. So there was a time where I would make these videos and the subjects, I would make it so intense. I would read in the comments, I had to click out of this one. I couldn't take it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, it wasn't for y'all to click out of. It was supposed to be entertainment. So that's why you see me put the little clips in between sometimes. First of all, it expresses sort of what I hear in my head. And the other part is, don't take this seriously. Follow your purpose. Do what you got to do. And then none of this really affects you the same way. Then you start like, okay, how do I use this to be better? How do I use this to level up? How do I use this so that I don't fall for the okie doke? How is it that I use this so I don't do the same mistakes that Sean did many years ago? Right? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I didn't learn, man. I ain't you know what I'm saying? Bro, I mean, it ain't no thing. So Washington, D.C. in the house. TSG, keep up the good work. Hey, Peterbilt Station, thank you. And shout out to D.C. I ain't been to D.C. Bro, the last time, I don't know if this is the last time I went to D.C. Wow, it's been a while. The last time I went to D.C., Howard had their homecoming. Wow, that was a long time. I was in my 20s. That's a long time ago. Howard had their homecoming, and they had a party from like 10 o'clock at night to 7 in the morning. And my boys barely made it to 3. And I was like, man, the party just about to get crunk. I had to drive them all the way back to Northern Virginia where the hotel was at because they was messed up. And we were all kind of, bigger dudes. I wasn't this big, but I was like worked out. And I bought us like 2 bags of McDonald's cheeseburgers. So that's my DC story right there. All right. All right, let's get into this, man. Oh, let me catch one more. Not going to lie, I had a woman at Walmart that we had a good conversation. It was productive. She was back in school and trying to get her accounting degree. She was in her mid-40s like me. Okay. Well, yeah, man, listen. I want to say something real quick. I just read before I got online, before I got on air, okay? I read some of the voicemails that some of you all sent. Okay. Now I only got about 4, right? 4 or 5. But just so you know, if you go to the channel's page, there's a link where you can leave a voice message on how you feel. I'm also going to start leaving that link in the comments. And if there's enough people that leave comments, I'll make a video about it. Now, if there's not a lot of people, I'll turn that into a members only video. If there's enough people, then I'll make a full video. I'll make a full video on it. But I'm going to tell you, I was very encouraged by what I just heard before I got on air. And I was going to play it tonight, but I'm like, a couple people are saying the same thing. This is worth its own topic, right? So shout out to everybody who's using the voicemail. You get 90 seconds. If it's something that I could use, then we can make a video, but I'll make a video about it and we can talk about it on air. I'll also start doing it in the live stream if it's pertinent to the live stream topic. So thank you all for everyone who's done that. I appreciate you guys. But the point, 17, the point of it is some of those dudes thank me because they acknowledge that there's still some good women out there. But you have to use discernment. And it's not easy, which is what I say. It's not supposed to be easy to find a wife. That's a hard thing. But you don't give up. They're out there. You just have to be ready so that you don't take on the wrong spirit. Don't settle for their spirit. They need to be the type of person that wants to get on board with yours. Not for using you, but because they respect you. There you go. Okay? Yeah, life ain't fair at all, man. Shout out to Victor, man, to Sean and the gents. Shout out to you, brother. Great to see you here. I feel like I missed one. At this point, I work, invest, steady, stack paper to make the next move. Anyone interrupting this process has to go. And Dudan, that's as simple as it gets right there. That's as simple as it gets. That's a good mentality. All right, let's get into the video. Now, this first video. It's not the first video, but our next video of the evening. What just happened? Oh, I'm sorry. God damn it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not used to the screen being in a different area. Okay. So, whew, my goodness, y'all. So I'm not going to play this full video. If you want to see this video, you got to go watch it. But this was an older video I made. But I want y'all to see what I talked about when it came to Damn, I just forgot her name. Rhoda something with a C. I can't remember now. I just forgot. Okay. But Brick Lady. Let's call her Brick Lady. Brick Lady. Brick Lady. I talked about. Let's hear what I had to say back then. Okay.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch and they don't give a yeah, this man hit me fucking grabbed a rock and he hit me in my fucking face, and I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
Gents, you were right. You were right. Some of you guys got down in my comments and told me that there was more out there that I hadn't seen. And I admit that I didn't get a chance to see it. So then I digged up a couple of other things that I wanted to show you guys just in case you hadn't seen all these videos going about. I still stand by whoever hit her in the face was completely wrong. Like, that was just the wrong way to go. It's just not a good place to be where you're reacting to a woman, regardless the way she's acting, short of her doing something about to cause serious harm to you. Then I believe a man has the right to protect himself. I still stand by a lot of the things that I said yesterday. I wanted to show you guys these videos today because there is a history with this woman on how she behaves. She goes around and she's slapping dudes in the face. She also has a disdain for men, pretty much saying that, you know, without women, men wouldn't be anything. Pretty much the same rhetoric that we hear all the time on this channel. She even came after women. So she might be a part of that alphabet community, but you still have women who are like, well, men should be ashamed of themselves because they trying to conflate a woman being hurt and stuff like that. And most dudes ain't even saying that. They're saying what I'm saying about this. This woman has a history of behavior that hasn't been checked, and she hasn't taken any accountability for what she's done.
Well, there you go. That's all I'm going to play because we're almost a third through that video. All right? But check it. First of all, wow, 30-something pounds make a huge difference, don't it? I might almost be 40 pounds heavier than I was in that video clip. Holy cow. I mean, I'm still in shape, but god dang, now I feel like, man, I need to get back to that size, man. Oh, man, listen. You know, having time in hindsight, okay, to hear what I said back then, and I'm going to tell y'all something. Hey, I was still about 240 pounds in that picture. That's crazy, man. I'm almost 280 right now. That is crazy, bro. Anyway, so I still stand by what I said. I still stand by it. I don't listen, I don't feel like as a man you should be putting your hands on a woman. And if you're a woman and you know, generally speaking, men are stronger than women. Generally speaking. And so if you try to put your hands on a man, knowing that there's the threat of violence, equal rights get equal lefts. I'm not saying go ahead and do it. I'm saying you should never disrespect a man by putting your hands on a man. I mean, unless you're fighting for your life. But if you're just doing it because you're trying to start some shit, no. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? So this woman also said something in the video. Let me back it up. Let's find her face. Look at my face. Y'all just standing out here. Let's go here. That's fine. This will work. This woman sat there and said, none of these men out here, and damn, did she say black men? Did she specify what kind of men? Let's see. I want to see. Let's see.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just walk.
Yep, she said it. Gents, she said it. All these black men just watched it. I mean, I'll be honest, gents. I put this together. I didn't look at none of the clips. I didn't go into depth. I didn't even look at my own video. I'm just now rewatching this for the first time. So I'm listening and I'm insulted all over again. I'm insulted all over again. Because this woman, if you don't know, spoiler alert, this woman has been found guilty. We're going to talk about that here in the next segment. My point of showing you my old clip. Damn, I keep pointing like it's behind me. The point of showing you this clip. This clip. The point of showing y'all that is my position hasn't changed. I don't believe that you should hit a woman, but if a woman gonna raise her hand to you, you know, you can try to avoid it as much as you can, yeah, but yo, as a woman, you should not be disrespecting a man, and that's the point. That's the point right there, gents. And I've been making this point in a lot of the videos that I make, but there is a general lack of respect of men by modern women today. They don't respect men. They want one, but why do they matter of fact, their actions to expect you to pay for their shit when they first meet you. You got to pay her rent and y'all barely know each other. You got to pay a bill and you don't even know her last name. You telling me that's not a lack of respect? And if any woman asks you to do that shit and you don't even know her, she don't respect you. She see simp, trick on your forehead. Hell, she might as well just put a mushroom stamp on your head. That's how little she respects you. That's how little she respects you. So I stand by what I said. This woman here, as was said earlier, this woman is a demon. And I'm going to show you tonight more examples of that. But yeah, T. Lamore, man, shout out to you. It's very disrespectful. Yeah. Like you literally have so little respect for me that you think you can ask me for something and you don't even know me? Or you think that I'm that dude to trick off of you. You have that little respect for me. Because I'm going to tell y'all something, gents. Men that women respect and love or care about, but respect, they not up there asking for no shit like that. They not. They not asking. I want to answer this. Why would she make up that whole lie? The violator. That's a great question. And you know what? Honestly, though, she wound up getting a bunch of money. She raised like 30, 40,000 on GoFundMe. See, the other part, gents, is that these women nowadays, right, Rick, there you go. She's a scammer. 42,000. Thank you, the champ. Yes, that's exactly it. You got to understand, these women have a mental disorder. Now, listen, I'm not a licensed clinician to say this, but bear with me on this. Something got to be wrong with your ass. Like, what kind of like narcissistic personality do you have to have that you think somebody owes you something. That you so good looking that somebody got to pay for your time, as if their time on earth isn't just as valuable as yours. And the other part, okay, is that to have, they want this attention. Like social media got their heads, I want to say effed up, but y'all know what I mean, okay? Social media got their heads so messed up, they will do anything to get clout, to get attention. Matter of fact, they will get clout so much, they will fly all the way to another country. If you know where I'm going, you know where I'm going. These women will fly all the way to another country and let some dude wearing a turban and a damn sheik shit on them. Literally shit on them. That's sick. For money. No self-respect. Money. Shit that don't even exist. Just made up to control us. Yup. Right. For the money. Yup. Doo-doo bye. Pubai. They will fly to Pubai and let a man who barely speaks their language, well, they usually know English, but who speak a whole nother language from a whole nother culture, disrespect them. Listen, it gets even worse if you think about it, what I'm about to say. Okay? This just popped in my head. They can't respect a hardworking man who would treat them right. But given the opportunity, they'll fly all the way to another country and let a grown men pee on them and poop on them. That's how little respect they have for themselves. So you think I'm going to be damned to let a person who have that little respect for themselves treat me with disrespect and me take that shit? Gents, that's why you don't play their game. If they can be bought by something that money, if they can be bought like that, it's not even worth your time. Okay? Yeah, they want their 5 minutes. Most of them will do anything for money. Dubai porta potties, anyone? They really do that? Yes, they really do that. They want their 5 minutes of fame on social media. Absolutely. Topping off and get smashed by camels, but they don't respect black men. Boom. And you seriously think men want to kiss that mouth? Nope. They say niggas ain't ish, but they literally getting ished on. Yep. You can't, the late great Kevin Samuels, as I toast my drink to him, you cannot make this shit up. Oh, this is Captain Morgan and Coke. And no, I'm not trying to turn this into a Friday night jam session. Not yet. We'll have that soon, but not this week. Maybe next Friday. Oh, wait. God damn it. I got to see what's up. It might have to be this Friday. I got to look at the calendar, though, because I got some stuff coming up. So you'll be broke. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. All right, let's get the next clip going. So I want y'all to hear. I want you to hear. So when people were calling her out on this, even this channel, I actually made 2 videos about, Rhoda Osmond, that's her name. I made 2 videos about Rhoda Osmond, AKA Brick Lady. Okay. And I made those 2 videos, and this woman defiantly came back like she was going to be vindicated. I want y'all to hear this shit. As Kevin said, you can't make this shit up, bro. Seriously. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comments.
And I also
also want to just say that the first time that they started to lie about me, the first thing that they did when they started this hate campaign was they mass reported my TikTok and my Instagram because they cannot handle me speaking, because they know that when I speak, all the evidence and all of the receipts lie with me. And they know that every time that I just express myself, that it discredits all of their lies. Because they're just not true. They're so ridiculous. So hopefully I won't be silenced, and hopefully they won't crash out.
Wait, just sorry to stop it. The reason why I'm stopping it because it's going to go to a new part, but I want to address something that she said. These people are getting on the internet. You call them out like they would do better by just shutting the F up, shutting up, and go about their business. But they got to see that attention. They got to keep getting it. I got to tell people, and they got to know everything I'm doing. So the internet did what the internet gonna do. And it was like, all right, Rhoda, you talking this mess about grown-ass dudes, about men, particularly and especially black men? Come on, man. Okay, go ahead. And people looked her ass up.
But I'm sure they will. And I'm sure they will try to silence me. But I am no longer afraid, and I will not be stopped, and I will not be silenced. You will not erase me.
Who raised over $40,000 on GoFundMe, is now being charged with theft by deception.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
Rhoda Osmond told cops that she was hit in the face with a brick outside a Houston club after she refused to give out her phone number. But footage capturing the incident does not support Rhoda's report, according to charging documents. And cops say a similar GoFundMe was created in 2020, where she claimed to be assaulted with no reports on record. GoFundMe told an NBC affiliate that the fundraiser has been removed from their platform, and Rhoda has been banned from creating future fundraisers.
Black men, can we say justice is served? Because there was so many black women in those same comments talking about, oh, we picked the bear. Black men don't help black women. Black men don't protect black women. We are out here by ourselves. Who's going to protect us if the black men don't want to protect us? The guy hit her with a brick because she didn't want to give him my number. Black men are terrible. I don't see all those black women now. Now that the facts are out, now that she is found guilty of her false accusations, now that she is found guilty from taking money from the very people that supported her, which is you black women. Y'all supported her and said she was right about everything. You emasculated men. You said black men were trash. You said black men were good fathers. You said black men weren't good providers. You did everything to emasculate black men when that post came out about her falsifying a man hitting her with a brick.
Yeah.
And she took y'all money because y'all supported that GoFundMe.
Yeah.
You supported the one in 2020, and then you supported the recent one that she did. It's so easy to fool these women, man. All you got to do is say a man did something and he's just guilty by default.
Yep. Listen, gents, if I was evil, so one of y'all said, we got, I think it was Rick, somebody said you got skinny Sean, right? If I was evil Sean, I just start a whole YouTube channel and just be bashing the shit out of dudes and just be like, yeah, these queens, right? Oh, no, I wouldn't do that, because all I would be is another Derek Jackson. Oh, that dude Sean C, who lifts weights and go ahead, he panders to these goddamn women, but he get that money though. I would be like, yo, y'all can't come in the comments, but we doing this. I would give all that. I would give all the money and I would like at-risk kids, man. I would literally scam these women and then basically give it to at-risk kids. I don't need the money. It just would be funny to me because, you know what? I could probably start a new YouTube channel and just totally do that shit. But I ain't that evil. I don't, because I wouldn't feel good about it. I only do what I feel good about. I feel good about my channel. I feel good about our channel, because I'm trying to help men and women. I am trying to help women. So, but they give, and I'm going to prove this later. I have a clip later that I'm going to show you all how evil these women are. The women that they listen to, they don't care about who they talking to. They just trying to say what's going to get them paid. I don't need the money. Like, money is nice, don't get me wrong. And I appreciate when y'all help the channel, right? We got the new computer system hooked up, right? And because of the new computer, I was able to move the cameras and redo everything. Thank you. But man, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to sit here and just compromise my morals and values just because, I'm trying to get clout or get some money and then show off. They got people hungry right now, regardless whether we agree with it or not. People are hungry right now. And women like this woman, God damn it, women like this woman right here, okay, they don't care. All good, Violator, man. You all good? We got you back. Don't be angry. Look at this, man. You are conversating with other gents, man. This should be a good thing. This should be barbershop talk. This should be your ability to be able to come on and converse with other brothers, man. Come on. I saw real quick before I go too far. Shout out to V. Shout out to you, V. I'm gonna get to you. I'll get to you a little bit. I want to acknowledge something real quick. Shout out to Rick, man, for becoming a member of the channel. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to do more for the members, man. And make sure you check out the Halloween video. Again, for the price of a cup of coffee a month, less than a cup of coffee, less than the price of a cup of coffee, you'll get exclusive access to videos. You'll see videos that no one else will see, right? So thank you to my members. And I've been dealing with everything with my girl. She's recovering, she's doing better. Still got her little process to go through, but she's feeling better. And it's just one day at a time, as she heals up. But during that point in time, she was very supportive of me working while I was helping her out. And we made the thing work. Thank you to everybody, right? Appreciate you. Okay. All good, Violator. We good, man. Yeah, like Rick said, we family up in here. That's right. They listen to women like Shira 7, the same people that teach their children to be walking fish pie floozies with no morality. Thank you for that, Preston. I saw a video on another content creator's channel where there are panels of black women conspiring with the Klansmen to correct, by force, or delete black men. What? Wow. That is insane. That is insane. That is crazy. Devin, man, great seeing you. I think social media just exposed what women were really doing in their true nature. That's exactly what it's done. Let me catch V said, shout out to you, V. He said, these women are gullible with PhDs. Bro, that just go to show you that having a degree don't mean you're smart. It don't mean you're smart. Hell, they got some of the smartest people are the people that don't have degrees. Think about the dudes that be in the streets and they smart how they move. They smart on how they make things. I'm not talking about the ones being reckless. I'm talking about the ones that's really, right? I had family members that hustled like that, but then they got greedy. See, greed is different than being smart, but they know how to move stuff. They know more about money than most regular people do. Hell, dudes in the street, some of the street dudes, they be knowing more about women's nature than regular dudes do, than the average dude does. There's something there. That is intelligence. Don't make people tell you just because you didn't go to a college or you didn't go to an Ivy League school that you're what you know ain't valuable, right? Which is why I say I learn from bums. I learned from a dude down on his luck. He say, well, how can you learn from him? He can't teach you nothing. You doing all this because I can listen to his story and I can know not to do that. I learned something from that dude. So don't let nobody tell y'all different, bro. Don't let nobody be putting that shit in your head. I don't let nobody tell me what I know and what I don't know. You know? All right. Now, check this out. Now, I got this next video titled The Receipts. All right? They got a bunch of people who pandered for Rhoda Osmond, who told us, content creators who were talking about it, that we was crazy, that we didn't support black women because this woman had a brick to her face. And we're like, the story not adding up. That's what we were all saying. That story a little off. Why are you still, and why it don't, you know? Like if you got hit in the face, there'd be a scar. Like there was all kind of things that just didn't add up back then, which was, I believe, was a couple years ago. Okay? I'm going to show you these receipts real quick. I'm going to show you these receipts.
The fact y'all still lying on this woman blows my mind. Do y'all think a falsified government document will be circulated on the internet and this woman not be taken to jail? A few months later.
Y'all remember the girl that got on live and got on the internet and said that she had been hit with a brick in her face and all women came to rally for her, including me. Yes, I can admit I rallied for her. Well, baby, she has been found guilty.
First of all, let me say this, okay? This woman right here, I actually respect the kind of content she puts out. I respect her higher because she's done something that you don't hear none of these women online be doing. She said, I stomped for this woman, and I was wrong. Wait. What was that? Let me put myself up on the screen. What was that, gents? Did you hear that? Oh, shit. That was accountability. Oh, my God. Love it. Love it. I'm not going to sit there and be, and try to. She come on here, she took accountability. Hey, don't be dumb next time and stop making it seem like we don't care. But we just not going to fall for every story. I can appreciate this woman. What I can't appreciate is the ones that get on here, stand 10 toes down on being wrong. Come on, bro. Get out of here with that shit. Let's go.
Guilty as hell.
This Wednesday, a jury found Rhoda guilty of theft. She was sentenced to 10 years of probation, and if she violates the conditions of the probation, she could serve up to 10 years in prison. The conditions of her probation are kind of awesome. The conditions start off pretty normal. She'll do 90 days in jail, undergo some inpatient substance abuse treatment, and pay full restitution of the $42,302. But the cherry on top is she's banned from social media for the next decade.
When are you going to apologize? Because that little heifer was scamming. I told you she was scamming.
Oh, wait. Hold up. Oh, wait. Now listen. Let me put myself up on screen. I have a love-hate relationship with Conscious Lee. When I first heard Conscious Lee, I couldn't stand the dude at all, because the first videos that I saw of Conscious Lee was him pandering to women, him sitting there simping for these women who don't care whether he's simp or not. Truth is truth, brother. And Conscious Lee is supposed to be a dude who's supposed to be enlightening brothers and putting them on truth. Then stand on truth. You ain't got to pander to tell the truth. But that's why you know someone pandering. Because what did I tell y'all? What I usually tell y'all about modern women. There's the lie, and then there's the truth, right? There's always the lie that they give you, and then there's the truth somewhere in there, okay? Dudes like that are operating like them. Now, when it comes to some of the social issues he talks about, I can respect what he's saying. But as one person, as the old folk used to say, you know how they say, the old folk used to say this. A broke clock is right twice a day. So, you know. But the woman, I told you, I see her content all the time, and I respect some of the stuff she put out. The fact that she got on here and she apologized, she took accountability, and this dude didn't. I'm with you too, Sean C, on Consciously, bro. When I first saw him, he panders hard and occasionally speaks the truth. And that's the tough part. Because, listen, let me tell y'all something. When Consciously is on, in terms of, I'm saying, listen, not pandering. I'm saying when he's speaking from the heart and he actually speaking about truth, very effective speaker. I give him credit. Very effective speaker. But then you're reminded this just happened. The Rhoda Osmond thing just happened, what, a week or so ago? So him pandering, when I first seen him, that was like a couple years ago. And I blocked his shit from popping up in my feeds when I go get content. I get content from a couple places. So I blocked him on one of the sources because I'm like, yo, I can't respect the dude sitting there pandering this goddamn hard. And and listen, he a smart brother. He ain't got to pander. People gonna listen. But see, in this social media era, everybody want to get famous so goddamn bad. I want the views. I don't need to be famous. I want people to see it. I just want to be able to chill and continue to be Sean. A couple times that I done ran into people out here that seen me in public, I didn't even know how to take it. You know what I mean? I didn't know. I'm Sean. I'm just Sean, bro. I'm just chilling. So when somebody come up on you, yo, Sean C, oh my God, TSG Uncut. Bro, I don't know how to take that. Now, if we chill if I'm at the bar and we get a drink, like, yo, man, you see this game right here? I'm just gonna be Sean. I'm gonna be social. But I don't know how, whatever this persona is, I don't know how to do that. I'm not looking for that. That's the difference, man. Be careful who y'all watch. Be careful who you listen to. Because some of these people are chasing this shit. I'm not chasing. I'm just a dude chilling. I'm trying not to die in retirement, bro. You got to have purpose. Without a purpose, why are you here? Hell, even our own bodies, when our purpose runs out, as men, we just die. Let's continue. T. Lamore, man. Yo, real quick, I got to tell y'all something. One of the clips that's in the Halloween video I put out, here in Vegas, there's the scale. Y'all might have seen the scale, right? And on the scale, like people will get on the scale. Now, y'all might have seen some of these women get on the scale and they tipping, 220, 230, 270, 300, okay? There's some big heifers. There's a time I've seen a woman get on the scale and I pull like, that face that Eddie Murphy made when something shocks him in a movie? I pulled one of them. I see the number. I see this woman get on there. I swear, I was like, she can't be that big. Woman jumped on the scale. I went. Yeah, I didn't see the Vegas scale. So in my video that I just put, I stepped on the scale and you'll see it for my members. You'll see above my head, it says 283 pounds. And the people around me said, no way. Nah, and it wasn't just one or two people. There was a number of people who was like, there's no way this dude is 280. Now, to be fair, I wasn't wearing this. I was wearing a Happy Gilmore shirt. So it was kind of like a little more free flowing. But yo, you can still tell, I don't know. My girl said, you just carry it well. And I'm like, they don't see that you work out like, not with that shirt on. Anyway, I don't know, bro. It was too funny, bro. Yeah. Hey, Victor, if they 300 pounds, they eat for free. That's exactly it. All right, let's get back to this video. You know what? I took this comment for a reason. A lot of girls submit to big girls. If you've ever been to San Antonio, that's what happens. The big girls run San Antonio. You remember that Charles Barkley got in trouble for talking about San Antonio girls? That's why. He said, I mean mean. Yo, they don't play around, bro. See, he know. All right, let's get back to the video.
I also said in the video I did before that is whoever the guy was that did this to her deserves whatever he gets, while at the same time we need to be cautious and make sure we get all the information. Because if there's camera footage or if someone recorded that night and it comes out that the story that she gave is not what will be shown on future video, then I think that's something people need to take into consideration.
Okay, I'm stopping it here so we have time to read it. What it says was, this woman says, y'all hate us so much, y'all will condone anything and make excuses for everyone. That's crazy. Y'all hate us so much, y'all condone anything and make excuses for everyone. Okay. See, this is the kind of shit that was happening when this video came out. I mean, this was a big deal, man, because you were pretty much shamed because you didn't just automatically believe her. And one of y'all said it in the comments. We're supposed to just believe all women now? Right? Y'all read that, though.
Then you have folks who are just kind of like dancing on the line of saying, like, I don't condone her getting hit in the face with a brick, but I think we need more information. What more information do you need to know?
Believe all women. Did you not just see her face? Somebody actually had to hit her. Ma'am, again, this was my argument, gents, when it happened. My argument was, if she got hit and bust in the head with a brick, there's no abrasion marks. No. Okay, let's say none of the edges hit her. But even if you smacked her, there would be some type of abrasion mark with a whelp that big. Or, hey, 17, where you at, baby? You know what they say down in New Orleans? You got that big ass titty on her head. Oh shit. Yo. Yeah. She been in New Orleans and be like, man, that dude got a fight, they got a titty on his head, bro. Oh man. And this woman's response now, I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm gonna finish playing it. 17, you know what I'm talking about, bro. You know, but man, he got cold cocked. He got cold cocked and now he got a titty on his head, bro. I'm telling you. That's the way they talk in New Orleans, bro. It's so funny.
I feel like this is a common thing that people do whenever Black women articulate violence that is perpetuated by them, by anyone. Well, baby, she has been found guilty. Guilty as hell.
And then this is really the part that had me scratching my ass. TikTokers provide police information on Osman false claims past alleged scams. During the investigation, detectives said they received call from Daphne Sutton, a mental health advocate and blogger on TikTok, who believed Osman was conducting a scam because similar situation happened in Minneapolis in 2020.
Daphne Sutton, the queen of accountability that literally made about 30, you know what I'm saying, it's exaggeration. I say probably like 10 to 15 different Twitter videos about her calling Houston law enforcement and saying, hey, Ro, yeah, she's scamming. Queen of accountability. I want to apologize for being defensive and not being brutally honest. Yes, Ro lied about how she was hit and what happened when she was hit.
You know what? Hey, shout out to the brother that put this video together. Again, that's what was so dangerous. You got to understand. Give me a second, gents. Just give me a second to articulate something real quick. I know a number of y'all probably saw Dave Chappelle's specials. Okay. Obviously, Dave Chappelle made a huge comeback on Netflix, made a bunch of specials. One of his last specials, which was not held as one of his best, but he went on to say in The Closer, I believe it was called The Closer, he tried to say that there was a message, a central messages throughout each one of those comedies, specials, right? And one of the specials was called The Bird Revelation. And it was two. It was the one where he put the two out and one where he was on stage. I think it's called The Bird Revelation. And that's where he talked about like the book called Pimp by Iceberg Slim. But I'm not talking about that. Okay? In that special, I'm going to put myself up on the screen. In that special, or one of the specials, he talked about how we live in a time where you can get canceled for anything. That he warned that the freedom of speech was literally being taken away and that people are guilty until proven innocent. Vice the other way around, where you're supposed to be innocent in this democracy, supposed to be. You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And now the court of public opinion is now the judge and the jury. And even when someone is proven wrong, people will still find a way to backtrack out of it. People will still give you shit for the take that you had on it at the time. I'm a grown-ass man. I stood on what I said. Go watch my video. I still stand on everything I said at that time, even as skinny Sean. Because if you don't stand for something in this life and in this world, you will fall for any goddamn thing. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, prove all things, hold fast to that which is good. Prove all things. And then when you find something that's good, hold on to that. Hold on to the truth. Hold on to what's righteous. Hold on to what's right. Stop falling for the banana in the goddamn tailpipe. Speaking of which.
Yeah. We're not going to fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
Stop falling for that shit. Okay? We got to be more educated than that. We got to be better than that. There was the message that Dave Chappelle was trying to give us was that we're going to eat ourselves alive. We're going to ruin society with this mentality. These were the same mentality that they were burning people at the stake for being witches, heretics. If you didn't move along to get along, you were burned at the stake. If you're a black man in America and you supposedly looked at or whistled at a white girl, you were being slain. Anybody can say anything on you. This is a history of this country. And then we got people like goddamn Rhoda goddamn Osmond who think this is a goddamn game. What if the police would have just taken somebody and said, yep, you the one that did it because you fit the description? People have lost their lives for less. So ladies, any ladies listening, you might think this shit is a game to play so you can get revenge, or he didn't treat you right, or he didn't call you back. And now you're hurt. And so you're going to ruin somebody's life because of your fucking feelings. Come on, man. There we go. Come on, man. He made an apology. All right, that's all I care about. He should have made an apology. Corset or a three-ring circus, the Mad Hatter would be proud. So are my two nephews. Their dad is Cajun when they call Barack Obama. We are living by the court of lies through social media. Yep. Okay, y'all talk about some other stuff. All right, let's get to the next video because I want to, because at 2 hour mark, I'm done. Oh, let's see what we got. All right. I'm gonna play this next video.
So y'all remember Brick Lady, right? Y'all.
So we've seen this woman. Like I told you, I respect her, but I'm gonna go to the end of what she says. Okay, I believe it's about right here.
Does have a child.
Oh, right here. Yeah, let's go about here.
It's the 90 days. And that 42K that she raised, baby, that has to go back to everybody. She's got to pay restitution. Now, on top of that, she gets 10 years probation. And then, if she fucks up on her probation, baby, she's going to spend 10 years in jail. And I know she can't afford that shit because she does have a child. Y'all need to stop coming up on this internet making lies and accusations. Because these days, everybody has a phone. And what's going to end up happening is people are going to dig. And y'all know TikTok. TikTok are investigators. They're better than the fucking FBI. And you know what? I think this may be good for her. And some people don't need to be on social media at all. Girl, I got to brush your teeth. Your breath stank.
All right. Shout out to her. Okay. I wanted to get that one out. Now, our next video clip, you guys may have seen before, but I want you all, I'm going to play this video that you may or may not have seen because I want to show you how easy this situation could be flipped and a man's life ruined. And we're going to get to a man's life being ruined, okay? We have 3 clips left. 3 clips left, and we'll do some more talking. I want y'all to check this out.
Even I know you ain't no good for me.
All right, they got music in that. I don't know how the music gonna get me in trouble.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
She just catching temper tantrums, man. Look at this, man. Look what she did to this dude closet.
I'm gonna call you back, huh?
That's a grown-ass woman on the floor having a temper tantrum like a kid. You know, when Sister Shahrazad Ali said that some of the women, they Their mentality don't go past that of a 14-year-old. This woman right here is a perfect example.
Call the police. Call the police. Call the police.
Oh man, she just bust out the back window.
Alexandra, come on, bro. What is you doing, bro? Come, Alexandra, this is a scene, man. What is you doing, bro?
What's going on? Why are we running into traffic?
Just they correct me because I want to kill myself.
Okay. Why? What's going on?
I don't want to be here.
Hey.
I don't want to be here.
Breathe. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Breathe. Breathe. Okay, you want to go?
Yes.
All right, I had to stop the music. But look at this. Look at this. This is, and she's in different clothes and all of this. So this is just a history of bad behavior, right? This is just a history of a woman with bad behavior. Not all. We just have to put all the fish that agree with what we want in the same barrel. Yeah. No wonder why TikTok is banned in a lot of other countries, even China. The algorithm is different between its AI learning and mathematics. Yeah. My special needs clients at the facility I work at act like that. Yep. I like playing old school games. Hell yeah, me too. That's why I got the whole Nintendo stuff behind me. Ain't nothing that damn serious, especially when these women aren't good enough to be a wife. Yeah. All I want to do is play my Dreamcast. Oh, that's old school for sure. He put up with her. Yeah. You know? And I think they recently broke up, but like, man, every time, I bet you, every time he tried to break up with her, she had one of those tantrums. That's why she was like, look, I don't want to be here. When I told a Filipino man about Passport Bros and their view of foreign women, he said, oh no. Imagine he didn't have that phone. He'd be sure in jail because she's the one crying. Yep. And that's the part that we got to worry about. Any ladies watching, this is the kind of stuff that men got to worry about because they just automatically believe y'all and we got to be the bad guys, even though clearly you can see she's the one having the behavior problems. Oh, well, you don't know what he's doing off camera, but I can see what she's doing in real life. If she was innocent, she wouldn't be acting like that or like that, okay? Women are too much to deal with, yeah. Passport browser finding out hypergamy is everywhere. I spoke to Philip man. He said the first question women ask is, how much do you make? Right on. Couldn't be in my house, son. No cert. Victor says they always threaten to delete themselves. Yep. You notice that's the go-to, right? All right. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Where we at? Most men here have dealt with this, me included. Thanks for exposing this, man. Absolutely. I've been through it too, man. I've been through it too. You know, and, you know, it's just tough. I'll just say that. It's just tough. If you want to get the women that's worth getting, you don't have to do more than that, bro. Yeah, exactly. Hope that BBL surgery worth all his loss. Yeah, right? Roseanne Barr. Where did I miss that at? Something y'all said way back there. Crying means lying. Yeah. I played Tekken 3. Oh, that's old school. God dang. Hey, on PS1, my favorite game is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Soul Calibur on Dreamcast is awesome. I've been working around the clock for 5 years setting up my micro businesses. I stopped following my wife and started following my calling. V, that's awesome, man. My brother girl. I'm a gamer from old school Atari Coleco arcades. Yeah. All right. Oh, wait. Am I missing anything? He got to be like, I got to go. My calling, girl. Everybody laughing. Go look at my comment before that. Roseanne Barr, where you at? Where you at? Oh, the last comment that I see is my special needs clients at the facility I work at act like that. Yeah. Roseanne Barr. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. All right, let's get, like I said, I got a couple more clips. Now this next one, this is an example of, this next clip is a perfect example of how dangerous it could be when you have women lying on a man. Check this out.
My name's Adana. I popped it because you seem very tired, like an extra in Friday, like Big Smokey.
A woman who accused former Dodger Trevor Bauer of sexual assault has now been indicted.
A woman who accused former Dodgers pitcher Trevor Bauer of sexual assault has been charged with fraud in Arizona. A grand jury indictment unsealed Monday accuses Darcy Adana Esmonu of fraud and theft by extortion against Bauer and another man. Esmonu sued Bauer, saying he raped her and got her pregnant in 2020. Bauer says she demanded money to terminate the pregnancy, but later said she had a miscarriage. Bauer posted a 5-minute video on YouTube responding to the indictment and addressing allegations at large for the first time in months.
Here's the thing, she never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant, and that's corroborated by her own medical records. When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million she was asking for, she made up a bogus sexual assault claim and filed a civil suit against me.
In the countersuit, Bauer's lawyers claim she took the money for the abortion and went to Philadelphia to get LASIK eye surgery.
There are women that will try and ensnare you and extort you for money. And if they come out with these claims and they smear your reputation, they can destroy your career.
We tried reaching out to Esmonu and her legal team, but were unsuccessful. Her next court date is next week, and she could face more than 16 years if convicted on both charges.
Darcy Adana Esmonu has been criminally indicted for committing felony fraud against me and another man. So now she's facing up to 16 years in prison. We had one plain sexual encounter in December of 2020. Nothing that could be considered remotely rough. She initiated it, but don't take my word for it. Take hers. This is a picture and text message she sent me the next morning explaining why she came on to me. And for months afterwards, she repeatedly requested to sleep with me again. For example, this text from January 7th, 2021. At one point, she even requested a sample of my sperm so she could have my child whenever she wanted to in the future. Now, it's hard to keep track, but she's made at least 4 7-figure demands over the last few years. More than a year after the one time we slept together, Adana retained a lawyer. She then demanded $3.6 million and claimed I forced her to have an abortion, leaving her emotionally devastated and irretrievably damaged by it. But here's the thing, she never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant, and that's corroborated by her own medical records. When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million she was asking for, she made up a bogus sexual assault claim and filed a civil suit against me. In that version of her story, she claimed, for the first time by the way, that there was non-consensual sex, but her texts from the next morning show what actually happened. Remember this text in which she explains why she came on to me? She also claims that instead of an abortion, she actually had a miscarriage, but that's impossible, of course, because again, she was never even pregnant. We now have emails between her and the first 2 law firms that dropped her, in which they acknowledge they never had any evidence to support her claims, but they'll try to get my money anyway. I then shared an audio recording I have in which Adana contradicts her own claims and asks me for money. In the emails, her lawyers agreed that that's insurmountable evidence, and they informed Adana that they can no longer represent her unless she can provide documentation or proof of her claims. Of course, she couldn't do that, so the law firm urged her to consult other law firms with different standards. Now, Adana has filed more than 10 police reports claiming sexual assault or harassment against other men, including at least one other professional athlete. But after the Scottsdale police completed their investigation into her claim against me, she's the one being indicted for felony fraud. And not just against me, against another man as well. She made up bogus sexual assault claims and attempted to extort him too. And it gets worse. In my lawsuit against her, we subpoenaed a witness whom she knew for relevant documents to use in our case. And when she found out, she immediately made sexual assault claims against him too. Her MO is clear. Lie to men to get their money, extort them if she must, and when they refuse to pay, stop paying or stop giving her what she wants, go to the police, accuse them of sexual assault, and file a civil suit against them to retaliate.
I think she would be somebody that probably could be my A1A if I were to run my business and include her in it. And
what's the cut?
Be my partner. A partner.
So, listen, I left this up on the screen because this is the one, y'all mentioned something I was going to say. And one of these stands out to me, okay? The Bills kicker, Matt Ariza. I'm not saying, Kobe aside, Kobe had already, had already been in the league, had already made some money. The kicker for the Bills kicker, if I remember correctly, y'all let me know down in the comments if I'm right about this. He had just gotten drafted by the Bills. And then his accuser came out and said something, and he got kicked out. He got kicked out of the NFL. They didn't even get a chance to even believe the dude. He literally didn't even get the chance to really play, and he was already out in his first season. Tell me if I'm wrong. Right? And then you got Robin Givens, Mike Tyson, Clarence Thomas, Anita Hill, women like that, like them are true meaning of what Hall & Oates meant by a man-eater. Yeah. There are going to be more false accusations on rich men due to this bad economy and desperate. Yeah. At this point, this has nothing to do with men being scared to approach a woman. It's not even worth your time because the laws. Okay, he's back now. Good. Thank God, because I didn't follow up. It'd been a while. This was some years ago. But that right there, right? This is why those young men, when they get into the league, they need training. Or if they haven't dealt with that woman since college, like been their girl through college, everybody else you deal with after that, once they find out who you are, everybody, they just look at you. They don't even look at you as a person no more. You a goddamn piggy bank. So it's a shame. So it would be a shame. All right, where we at on time? All right, we're doing good. We might I'm gonna play one more video for you guys. This is the last video of the night. I'll take some more comments and we'll get up out of here. All right, because your boy been fasting all day. Well, I guess you can't call this fasting anymore, but y'all get it, okay? I agree. We do need a registry. We do. And that should be part of it. But they're not going to do it because they make money off of it. This system is basically making money off of men's misery right now. It literally is. While gaslighting women. The system will gaslight women while making money off of men. It's crazy. So women don't even realize that the men who would protect them, they're basically making those men go running high. I can say running high, but don't want to deal with them. And then when something really do happen and one of these women get a brick upside the head, nobody want to rush to help no more. It's bad. It is really bad. So, all right, let's play this last one. This one, I only heard a few minutes of it. Okay, it's a minute and 30 seconds. I'm going to let this play. I haven't seen the movie Belly in forever. God dang. Since like early 2000s or something.
Marry him and stay married at least 10 years. So at least you'll get part of that pension, probably child support, and qualify for Social Security. You will never hear me say don't marry him. I'm a big proponent of women getting married because there ain't nothing worse than being with a man for 10 years and getting a divorce, except being a girlfriend with a motherfucker for 10 years and getting absolutely nothing. Or God forbid, being with a man for 10, 20, 30 years and he died and then you end up the little friend on the funeral, the obituary. So if you're going to be with a man, the least you can do is marry him. Like, I cannot tell you the number of people that I know, black people in particular, have a tendency to do this. Marry them and then break up and then never get a divorce. And then when the man die, the wife show up and be like, yeah, give me all my stuff. Give me this house. Give me these cars. Give me this property. Yeah, because this is all mine. So yeah, honey, marry him. Marry him and stay married. Because I promise you, when I got married, when I hit 5, I told him we gonna do 10. When we got to 10, I was like, I'm gonna drag it out to 20. And yeah, and I got everything that I asked for. Child support, alimony, part of his pension, ended up with my own company, and I'm working. So yeah, if you're gonna be there, marry him.
Listen, we got to be consistent on something. And I don't want y'all to think I'm a hypocrite, because I'm not, okay? I can even admit when I'm wrong, right? Kevin Samuels was the only person out here talking about marriage. And listen, I respect Kevin for what he was trying to do in some instances, what he was trying to get across. He was the only one pushing for state-sponsored marriage. And it makes sense that you would get married. It makes sense given that at the time, it's hard to believe it's been 3 years now, over 3.5 years now, almost 3.5 years now, okay? Oh, damn, it has been 3.5 years. It's hard to believe it's been 3.5 years since he's been gone, but he was given a man of his age. He'd be almost getting close to 60 now, going almost 58 years old. All right. And he was the only one pushing for marriage. The only content creator out here saying that women need to get married. Even I didn't push for marriage. I'm not against it. When everybody that's in the comments that say they're married, again, read my comments. I congratulate them. I tell them I hope it works out. I'm telling them don't give up, fight for it. Don't let it slip away. Read every comment. And they hated him, even though he was the one telling them to get married. I find that interesting. I find it interesting that I find it quite interesting that hold on real quick. There we go. Look at this high-tech stuff I got going on in the background. Okay? I find it interesting that the man that was actually trying to help them, that they hated. And then you get women like the one that's in the background right there, telling women, but not telling them to marry them for, building for your family and legacy. Well, her legacy. But essentially, she's just saying, hey, You got to, if something do go wrong, you got to get something out of him. And I'm not disagreeing fully with that. I'm not, hear me out when I say this. The reason partly the divorce laws changed is because dudes would just up and go get, hey, I'm going to get a pack of smokes. And they just never show up. They never come back. And then the woman sitting at home with the kids, she has no skills because he had her in the house. She has no skills. And then you had a bunch of women who would just up and get left. Nobody wanted to marry a woman who already had a kid back in the day, just like they don't want to do it today. Or you have more dudes do it, whatever. But here's the point. Point is, so they tried to change these laws so that these women wouldn't be left high and dry. Part of that is kind of fair. You're going to just up and abandon your family and leave this woman with no skills to raise your kids so you can go start another family and be a old school Pookie, right? Where you go in and just creating kids and just leave and just create more and have a family across town. And that's wrong. That's wrong. But what happened was the laws started changing. Started changing where it used to be you were penalized for abandoning your family. Then it got rewarded if she left for any reason. She just don't want to be there no more. Oh, I got my wedding. I don't feel the same way. I'm out. And the system rewards people who decide to get married, I want to be married. I want to have this big wedding and this beautiful dress. You wanted all this shit. Y'all be wanting this shit, ladies. And then the system rewards you when you say, well, I'm done playing house. Oh, it's getting tough. I'm bored. This ain't fun no more. And you just fuck it up and leave. And now you put that dude in a position of potential poverty. And then women like this talk about, oh, I got my. What the hell? She bragging online that she got a business now and she done did all this. She done started seed money and did all this shit off of that dude because she decided, well, I'm going to put in this time and then I'm out. Yeah. I'm going to put this up on the screen. Internet messed it all up, brother. Absolutely. Yeah. As a man, I would like a good girl. I know, man. I know. And I've said it's not going to be easy to find her. It's not going to be easy to find her just for what this comment says right here. I can already tell you, man, if you're dealing with a woman that got an internet presence, you've already lost. You there's no winning with a woman. I'm not saying she can't have no internet presence, but I'm saying if she live on that phone and she live on that internet, it's not a wife. Because outside people be more in your business than y'all have your own business. I'm saying that y'all can't even get y'all shit right within your house because the people outside got more say about your relationship than you do. Listen, I'm about equity. Again, I don't think it's right to just abandon your family and not take care of them. I'm old. Maybe I'm old school like that. Y'all are literally listening to a dude that's been paying at least $1,000 a month in child support for more than 2 decades. Yeah. And I still got 3.5 years to go. Or, oh shit. Coming up on almost a little bit over 2.5 years left to go. So Ladies, men, it's not about men being scared. I mean, some men are. And men shouldn't be shamed for being scared either. I just showed you examples where a dude could mean well to try to talk to you, and you got some crazy witches out here looking to scam, looking to get over, just like Brick Lady, Rhoda Osmond, just like this woman over my shoulder. And I don't know which is worse, because you can see a Rhoda Osmond coming from a mile away. This woman right here, she telling women to stay in there for this amount of years. Shout out to my military folk. Y'all know. Hell, one of my closest buddies, his wife did that. She did the 10 years. Now she getting half of his retirement. And you know what? He's such a good dude, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. Because it can't stop him. And you know what's even funnier about that situation, gents? The dude that she ended up with looks like a more busted version of my dude. I mean, basically, she went and picked the same type of dude. At least I know my boy was a good man. Would give you the shirt off his back. When my mom got caught in Hurricane Katrina and then she was able to get up to New York where I lived at, he was the one that went around to everybody and said, hey, yo, his mom got in Katrina. We need to help out our shipmate. And went and did a collection. I had barely knew him at that point. He was like, yo, man, the crew wanted to hook you up. I got, people around heard about your situation. They wanted to help your mom out. We've been brothers ever since, man. And that dude got taken for half everything. His wife even accused him. This dude loves his daughter. You hear me? Loves her. And because she was mad that they had a good relationship, she was telling them people that he was doing stuff to his own daughter. Oh yeah, I got stories for your ass. Listen, I didn't tell y'all all this so that you're discouraged and you don't think there's good women. I stand by my last video where I tried to show you all that there's still good women out there. But as a man, you have to, as the word says, you have to try the spirits. You have to try the spirits. And that's why it's so important that the woman basically lines up with you and your purpose. Because they don't have the same sense of purpose that we do. And I'm not knocking them for it. Their role is different than our role. Our role literally keeps us doing what we do until we pass away. Our role has us working until we pretty much die. Our role will have us working at a job at a place that we don't even love or care about. 30, 20, 30, 40 years to help our family out. I had a clip that I put in one of my videos, and it was interviews of men and women. I think it was somewhere in like Italy or something or whatever. But the point was that they asked the women, hey, out of you and your husband, who should die for, who should go first, or who should die, or who should sacrifice for who? And every woman said, my husband should sacrifice his life for me. Oh yeah, the man should go. Every woman said it. I'm not saying that's a wrong answer. I'm just saying every woman had the same answer. And when they asked the men, every man had the exact same answer. Oh, I would die for my woman. I would die for my woman. I would die for my woman. Ziggy, Office 50. Ziggy, Office 50. What the? Ziggy, Office off. So, at the end of the day, you would think that women would respect that. Women used to respect that. And that's part of the trade-off, right? The trade-off is they know that you're there to protect them and to try to provide and to, build a legacy for the family. And they're supposed to make that burden a little bit easier for you. And these women today don't have any duty to that. They don't even respect it because they don't respect men. So how are they going to respect you or respect your purpose? They can't. They won't. They don't. That's a tough thing. So to the gents, try the spirits. Try these women to know what they're of. You have to. You have to know. Because it could be life or death for you. There's a lot of homeless dudes right now. And when you hear their stories, I forgot the name of the channel, but there's a YouTube channel where the dude goes around and he interviews homeless people. And there's so many times that I've seen the ones with the men and the dudes are like, yeah, I got divorced and I just got behind on child support and alimony and I didn't have a place to stay because she got the house and just wasn't making enough money. And one thing led to another. I was out on the street. She's already remarried and I'm just in this situation. I've been homeless 3 times in my life. There'll never be a fourth. If I can help it, there won't be a fourth. If it gets to the point that it's about to be a fourth and it's about to be caused by another human being, yeah, not going to happen. Let's see what you got to say, and we'll get up out of here. All right, I guess we finished the way we started with Brick Girl back there. All right. Tyrese said they put him on psychotropics, and he was coming off of them, made him real emotional. You know what, man? I wasn't one of those people laughing at Tyrese for crying. Because now I will say, because I've said this on the internet, I've talked about Tyrese. I wouldn't have got on a live and put all my business out like that. That's just me. And as a star, maybe he thought he can garner some sympathy or something like that. But no. Yeah, no. Shout out Dennis, man. Hey, great seeing you, man. He said, amen, brother. Yeah. They can't respect anyone, especially when they don't respect themselves. Jesus. That's real, man. Yeah. Something to ask a woman. Would you be willing to die for me in a life or death situation? If she says no, does she really have your back? Then tell her, why should I be willing to die for you? Yeah. I laughed when I first heard Tyrese crying, not understanding. Now I'm going through it, I understand and regret laughing. No, listen, a lot of men did. Because, listen, man, I mean, we don't know how to... I got a better way to put it. There's something about a man crying that makes everyone uneasy. We as men cry. You might have your boy cry to you. which we would say that's completely different, right? We would say, hey man, I'm your boy, man. We good. We're gonna get through this, brother. I have brothers like that. I pray y'all do, and if you don't, there's nothing like having a brother that can be there for you when you gotta let it out. We've had this stigma for so long that a man can't cry. When Brother Tyrese get on there and he's crying about his kids, about the thing that we argue about on channels just like this. And that dude listen, okay, let's say he got laughed at by dudes. Oh, man, he being a little punk, blah, blah, blah. Women who say men need to be more emotionally intelligent, they laughed at him for crying. Women laughed at Tyrese for crying about his kids, bro. But yet we got to be more emotionally intelligent. Come on. Sometimes homeless people seem happy. Look, I wouldn't want to be homeless again, but there is something about being stripped down to your studs. You're kind of free, you know? When I moved to Mexico, I got rid of so much stuff. And after I got there and settled in a little bit, it was probably the freest I've ever felt. Because all I do is get up, make videos, walk around, just enjoy living. And a lot of people don't get time to do that. I felt Tyrese's pain. Yeah, me too, man. Some states don't recognize a prenup. Nope, they don't, which is why you need to know. I don't know what that one was about. Oh, probably what I said. After 5 years of fighting for my girls, I'd rather have the children and let her take all the money. Yeah. Listen, I would get told all the time, like, you don't know how hard it is. You don't know what it's like. Okay, then give me my kids. If I don't know what it's like, then give me my kids. I'm okay with that. And you know what I got told, V? That would be too easy for them. What? What do you mean that'd be too easy? I don't know what she meant by it. What I will say is, what I took from it is that I would rather them stay with me than for them to appear or be happier living with you. And now, fast forward, love my daughters to death. But had they stayed with me, I would have made sure that they were in a better place. And now, 7 years into adulthood, I'm still trying to get them situated. This is shit that I would have had them on point with. That angers me. They would have had time to spend time with their father and live with me. It wouldn't have been easy, but that was the time to do it, to get them on track, to learn that discipline that they need so they can function as adults in life. We're going to talk about that subject real soon because I actually have a video clip. I talked to P about it. I think me and P was talking about, so this might be a next week video, but I'm going to try to see when P is available. Him and I are going to film this video together, and then I'm going to chop it up, and I'm going to put it out. So I don't know if it's next. I got to figure out when he's off so we can collaborate together because this has affected him too. He gets real passionate talking about it. So I want to collab and do that, get that video out to you guys. It's time to bring it back up. I got a clip of this dude talking about what he experienced trying to get his kids. And I think it's going to be valuable to all the gents, okay? All right, let me drop down because I don't want to get too far away. Let's see where we at. If I cry, you will never see it. Yeah. At least try to hold it in, man. Pull one of them school ones. Or that, hey, if you get a dude where he like angry about to cry, it's like, all right, dude about to pop. Like, that's when I'm worried about somebody. Uh-oh. This dude got that snot strength. When he hit that, what more do you want from me? Oh, yeah, that was tough. What do you want from me? Look, it was tough. I ain't gonna lie. But I didn't laugh at it. I think I didn't laugh at it when I think back on it because, again, all that I've been through with my kids, man. I just wish he had got on the internet. That was my big thing. I never been divorced. Then he said, oh, my God. Yeah, but I mean, he was in his emotions. Listen, the truth of the matter is, we don't operate well being emotional. And that makes sense. If we were emotional, think about, let's forget all we're covered in houses and stuff. Think about back in the day when you actually had to survive and you actually had to hunt your food. And they would send the young boys out for a rite of passage to manhood. There's no crying. If you sit there crying and in your emotions, you can't think straight. And it's survival. You have to be surviving out there. And so you have a bunch of men who get in their emotions, especially our young men. And they don't think to walk away. I gotta prove I'm hard. it ain't the fair one no more. It ain't no more, I'm a man, you a man. Let's get this out the way. We have a drink afterwards. Ain't none of that no more. These emotional kids want to shoot you. They so have little value of life, their own life. So they definitely don't value your life. That's not the way we operate as men. It's not the way a man operates. So where am I at? All right, we only got a few minutes left when my alarm go off. I'm gonna try to catch a couple more of these. Divorce is the most degrading experience, especially when a woman has no biblical reason. The courts don't care how wrong she is. Nope, it does not. You're a little too free, then you become wild. Yep. There's a video on TikTok of a woman returning her husband to the man's store. Her reason, I want something different. Oh, I have that clip. Oh, shit, we should do that. I should review that video as a members only video because I have that clip and I think it's too long to put in a real video. I think it's one of those ones you kind of just laugh at and talk about. So we might do that as a members only video. I got to find it, but I know I have it. I feel mad sometimes when I go to my job. Hell yeah. Like F, man. Say I'm Pharaoh now. I could never live in a house with a woman ever again. That's tough, man. I don't want to deal with nobody today. I get you. Dennis says, similar situation, my brother. You are so correct. Oh, man, I'm just telling you like it is. You know what I mean? My point, V. All right, y'all talking annoying ass people every day. Vio, you need to learn how to make friends, buddy. Men need the tribe. Yes. That's something that's another part. That's another reason for this channel. The gents. We're a tribe, man. We're a tribe, hopefully, of like-minded men that are trying to conduct ourselves a little differently. Do we get it right all the time? No, we're dudes. Ziggy, stop. We're dudes. We're going to get it wrong. But the point is we try. I'm going to tell y'all something, man. I've had the mentality since my car accident, coming up on 10 years in December. And I'm lucky to be here. And since that car accident, and since I've, started making changes in my life, I'm trying to be a little bit better. I don't win every day. Hell, I don't even think about it every day. But I do think about it at enough clip. I'm trying to be just a little bit better than I was before. I'm always thinking about improving. I did that in the military. It served me well. And why wouldn't I have that same mentality for myself? I stopped smoking. I don't drink as much as I used to. I do have a drink or two now, okay? Your boy be feeling good sometimes. But for the most part, though, I don't really drink as much as I used to. You know? I don't go out as much as I used to. I don't stay up as late as I used to. I'm trying to be better. You know? Just a little bit better. That's what this community is for. This is what this tribe is for. For us to have like-minded men. Yes, I'm 283, but I didn't just get there overnight. I had to work. I have to put in the work. You know? So I'm not telling y'all something, oh, you know, you got to get in shape, and then I'm not in shape. I ain't gonna tell y'all that. Well, I'm a little bit out of shape. I'm a little pudgy, okay? Your boy like them desserts, okay? But the point is I'm in the gym, you know, every other day, at least twice a week. I don't even go more than 3 times a week no more. So, because I've put in so much work over the years, I don't have to. I'm not bragging. I'm telling y'all that was important to me. 4, 5, 6 years ago, I started learning Spanish because I said I was going to do it when I was in my 20s. Right now, I'm learning how to play chess again. I'm really learning chess right now. I'm always trying to be a little bit better. That's what it means, in my opinion, to be a gent. Married 12 years now without having a single argument. Man, Adam, God bless you and your wife, man. That is awesome. Vio, not everywhere. When you speak straight with people, all the fakers tend to run away. Yep. Or you know that they talking BS and you leave from that area. You know? If a man is on his calling, focus on his goals, the woman will see him moving and will come alongside to serve you. We must stay focused. Yeah. Hell, I think I've said this before, V, but as I started making the changes, you know what started happening? The type of women that I used to pick before, they don't like me no more. They're not attracted to me. And then you realize part of their attraction was the part of you that was broken. Part of the attraction was the part of you that they saw was empty, that they could slip in and control. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying you don't need help to improve or be better. I'm just saying that the toxic ass women, they find the part of you that's broken. And you know what? I actually had a woman tell me, she's like, yeah, you seem like you the type that got your shit together. Wait, what? That's why she didn't talk. She didn't want to talk to me. Not even nothing serious. She didn't want to talk to me because she felt that I would be holding her a microscope. And I even showed y'all in a video before women saying that. Yo, we don't want to deal with no healed ass dudes. Actually, that was in a recent video within the last month or so. These women don't want to deal with a healed dude. Yet, they will get online and say that don't like men. All men are broken. Matter of fact, they'll get online and then they will literally say that you the issue. Where's that clip at? They will literally get online and say you the problem.
I could never get married because I can't imagine having a bad day and then having to go home to a man. Or I can't imagine waking up every day next to a man. Absolutely not. My day would instantly be ruined. Like, I would never have a good day. Absolutely not.
Y'all saw me play that video in one of my recent videos, but I played it again so I can get rid of that clip. Actually, I'm going to keep it because that type of clip is a good intro clip. Anyway, point being is, this is how women speak about men now. So, ladies, Just like everybody said in this chat, or a couple people said in this chat. I know Preston said it in this chat, but this is the reason why. This is why men don't even want to talk to y'all. Y'all said y'all independent. You said you hate men, or you said you don't need a man. You got this long list of requirements. Oh, well, I don't meet these requirements. I'm okay. I'm good. You ain't got to tell me nothing. I don't meet the requirements. I'm okay with that. There's no pleasing the modern women today. They don't appreciate it. Seriously don't. All right, I'm going to try to get a few more of these comments. I got to get up out of here. The man store was wild. I like that. I like that analogy. We're going to go over it. Or somehow I'm going to bring it up on the channel again. I have the clip. It's in a folder. I just got to figure out which folder it's in. You know what? I think I know where it's at. Hold up. Let me see. Let me just see. If I can't see it right now, then oh, damn. It's not in the folder I thought it was in. Huh. I have so many folders. It's crazy. I'm going to check one more folder. Like I said, I got a lot of folders, man. This be crazy. Damn it. I had the man store one. All right, I'll find it. I'll find it at some point. The next door neighbor was like, you return him, I pick him up. Oh, you know what? I wouldn't be able to find it. It's in one of my extra clip folders. I didn't put it away anywhere. Okay. Some people need a near-death experience to appreciate life, I guess. Absolutely. Listen, you don't need a near-death experience to appreciate life, but life always gives you life seems to always give us a reset, okay? And sometimes we don't see the reset because it's a small reset. Some of us go through huge resets, right? Divorce, death in the family, homelessness, loss of a job. There's a bunch of life resets. But when it happens, if you're not taking that time to say, I'm going to get through this, and who I become on the other side is going to be better. And so if I go through this again, I'll be prepared. It's like saying, you fail Algebra 1, you're not going to fail it again because you're going to be prepared to pass it. You're going to pass it, but then life is going to put you in Algebra 2. And hopefully you learn what you needed from passing Algebra 1 so you're prepared to pass Algebra 2. But if you fail Algebra 1 and you don't take the time to learn Algebra 1, you will continue to go through Algebra 1 over and over again until you pass it. That's my school analogy. Y'all welcome. Reed's story is exactly why I'm going to have emergency shelter for men. Yeah. The story about men being homeless is exactly why I plan on having micro homes for rent for men. That's a great idea. I'm Black Pill. Okay. Gotcha, Violator. Yep. I respect everything you're saying. I appreciate you, Violator, man. Thank you for being here, man. I hope you can see this is a community space. Again, that's what this channel is. That's one of the many reasons for this channel. Facts, they flee away. Yeah. They see that you're healed. They can't deal with it because your healing shines a mirror, a light on their shortcomings. It's crazy. It was trauma bonding. Yep. Yeah. There's a lot of trauma bonding people do with each other. You know what I mean? Women who hate their father, you can't fix. I had a girl, as soon as I wanted to stop drinking, she didn't like me no more. Yeah. Look, there was a point in time where I didn't want to talk to a woman if she didn't drink. You know, because I knew it wouldn't. Look, I'm gonna tell you that I'm never gonna not drink, but I can honestly say that I don't. There's long periods of time I don't crave out. I don't crave alcohol. I don't crave it, but sometimes I just want to feel a little bit, but I don't need it. You see what I'm saying? And I can't sit there and say that that was always the case. So that's part of the growth. Let's see what else we got here. All right, T. Lamore says, have a blessed night. Good show. Prayers for your lady in her recovery. Thank you very much, T. Lamore. We're going to get up out of here soon. Press says, another good live stream. Thank you so much. V says, a lot of men who level up are going to find out their women are not for them, but are in competition with them. Absolutely. V, man, I've been saying that for the longest. Yep. And I try to show y'all on the channel. All right, gents. This is a great live stream. I didn't go too long. A little bit over 10, but all right, listen, I'm probably going to, if I don't have something out tomorrow, I'm definitely going to put out something Friday. I'll let y'all know by Friday whether or not I'm doing a Friday night jam session or not. It would have to happen this week because I think if it doesn't, I don't know when the next time would be because in two more weeks or so, it's going to be damn near Thanksgiving. Oh, no, Thanksgiving at the end of the month. So Thanksgiving is three weeks away. Yeah, I don't know when I'd be able to do it. So I'll let you guys know, but we will do some type of jam session or something in the month of November, okay? Anyway, I hope you all have a great night. Thank you. Last thing. If you, I'm going to leave the link in videos now. If you want to leave a voice message or something like that might get played in a future video, please use the link or leave a message as y'all normally do. But I want to try to do these reaction videos to your comments and maybe even do something a little different. Instead of just reacting to the video, put a clip around it to kind of emphasize. I got some ideas, but I need you guys to submit your voice messages, all right? Thank you very much, and until next time.